This building has been a number of things, and it was great to have a building that was such a strong exterior and it was in really good shape. The oldest part of the building served as a silver plating factory in the 1890s. At other times in its life, it had been a cigar factory. It had been a place where they could work on tin containers and candy boxes and things like that. And then more recently had been a high-end gift shop and a place where a local heating and air conditioning contractor had their offices.
It's kind of a cliche now, but they say, the greenest building is the one that you don't have to build. This building's 140 years old now, I think, or thereabouts. The quality of construction and materials that were used, you just don't see that kind of quality anymore, and it's important to retain that. And then just the heritage, and the history of the city itself. It's kind of a continuum, and I think it's important to retain that kind of historic character. This building is unique in some respects compared to some of the other historic buildings that we've worked on in the area, in that this building was almost entirely intact and in really good condition. We often are faced with new projects or buildings that are almost falling down. Often the buildings have been condemned. That wasn't the case with this building. It was pristine. Yeah, the interior of the building, I think for the most part, is painted. There are some portions of the building where the brick is left unpainted. I believe the apartments on the west side of the building have exposed brick, but for the most part, it's painted throughout the building. And the reason for that is it goes back to the National Park Service and the Secretary of Interior standards, where they are very particular about things like that. Where a surface has historically been painted, it's to remain painted, and if a surface has historically been unpainted, it's to remain unpainted. So that's why we have a mix within the building, because that was the original condition. For the majority of the building, the walls were painted and the timber was painted.